Welcome to my crib. Step in and check out my Roman house. I'm here in the modern city of Vienna, which was at Roman times called Vienna. It's a nice, important Roman town here in Gallia. I'm just walking here with one of the main roads, nicely paved with these big stone slabs. Here where I'm just standing, there was like a peristyle, so a roofed part for the pedestrians actually. And I'm standing here just in front of the biggest house. It's a private household. Just want to show you this house. Let's have a walk in. So this is the entrance here. It was usually blocked by a big wooden door. Then you enter into the Vestibulum here. It's a central room which distributes then you and visitors all around to the surrounding rooms. So just in the middle here you can already see we are walking on a mosaic. The mosaic here is just a reconstruction. You can see the original in the local museum, and it's showing like several gods of the ocean and some fishes, different types of fishes. This is why this house is called the Dieu Océan, so the sea gods. In the middle we find like a nice fountain which is fed by the water coming through lead pipes. So the water is coming through with some pressure through these small lead pipes and then sprinkling out here. Really nice. And I said this vestibulum is distributing the visitors to different directions, and this is true. So here on the left we have 3 different rooms from which we don't exactly know the purpose of, but they could have been used like a bureau or working space or something. I totally forgot that just at the entrance there was probably also a room to get undressed and to leave the clothes for the visiting people. And if you would have crossed this vestibulum, just entering a nice open space here, there was a door with 2 half columns, flanked by 2 half columns here. You would enter here into this nice garden. That was an open space with a little garden in the middle. Where I'm walking now, it was covered by a roof because the entire area was here opened to the center through these open spaces led by these columns here. And it was really nice in the summer times. You were walking always in the shadow, nicely tempered by the water, which was filled here by running water taken from the Rhone river. And if it's rainy, it's not also nicely covered by the roof here. So you can already imagine what kind of impression a visitor got here from this house. It is the most rich house here in the entire city. Also, we can see here the remainings of a second fountain where also sprinkling water was coming out. Again, we are distributed into different areas of this house. There is a central room here, what the excavators called a house of room of reception, so that people could be greeted here. But I don't know, it could be also like some sort of a big living room or something. And you could also choose to go left of this room if you already know and you don't have to be impressed. You just follow this floor here. And here on the left you could then enter into the bath district of this house. So there were different parts of a bath where you could wash yourself, take a bath, even take a shower and having a nice time. That was probably also like the neighboring house heated, so there was some sort of a furnace, a plethonium, which was heating the floor underneath, so you had a nice temperature there. But before we go into the second garden, the big peristyle, let's go here on the right. We can see two interesting things. First, this is the actual border of the house. So the house was finished here, and the next house was just next to the left. And in the middle we have this ambitus. It's called this small space between the two buildings. It could have been also used to let out all the water coming from the roofs. And here on the right we have one small room with two water channels, which could have been used also to bring water into the house, but also out of the house. That I don't know, because the excavators interpreted this as the toilet. So you could have your good time here, and the stuff would be brought away from the water. From here we are arriving at the second open space, and that's the big peristyle. Peristyle again is this open space in the middle, flanked by this roofed part, open with these columns to the middle. And this peristyle is really nice because we have a big water channel shaped like a U, going all around the central space. And here we can see some remains of these columns, just that you get an impression. I will just have a jump now. Okay, usually you would enter from the other side. And what we can find here is really interesting. It's a so-called triclinium. Triclinium because there were three clinae. Clinae is like a wooden bench where you could lay down and also eat. So the Romans ate while laying down. And here was the first wooden bench, the second one, and the third one. So people could lie all around here, around the water fountain, and having a sip of their nice wine, which is also made here in this region, and eating. And it's called the triclinium of summertime, because obviously this is an open space. It was so covered by by a roof, substituted by these wooden columns. Yes, so you had your shadow. You were also protected by the rain, but of course it could have been cold in the winter times. So this was just to the summer times when it's nicely tempered here under the roof in the shadow with the water here. It's really nice. So let's try to get out. Here we have the second entrance of the house, because here we are already again on another street. So here are buildings to our left and our building is here on the right. We could enter here. Again, you have a changing room here, and then this open space would be the entrance for you. So this is a really nice house which has all the features of a nobleman's house in Roman times. So we have seen the vestibulum at the beginning and two different peristyles building this very long house, and it is of course to be said that this is of a really rich person. It used to be the house of a really rich person. There were also a lot smaller houses for usual people and slaves, etc. Yeah, with that, I leave you and see you next time. Bye.